The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3. Yards on the play, second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
To throw is Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 45 on 2nd down.
Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Bears had 5-9 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. They go back to the ground with Williams. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stanley. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain. It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off play action. Fields. He'll drop this down to Williams.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Flushed out right.
Open man downfield is Ridley.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Fields going to hurry his guys to the line.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground and maybe open things up for a comeback.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. A give to Williams, running right. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Now Fields.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Williams is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So that's 3. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Now Randall.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Bears take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Yo.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Randall now ready to return.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. On play action, Fields.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bears have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Here's Fields. And again back to Komet.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Play action. It's Fields.
He finds his man complete. It's Franklin.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw again on second down. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Darrell Taylor in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. Able to find Kmet. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Fields throw taken in by Ridley here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Here's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stanley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. On second down now, it's Stanley, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Fields. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Fields. He finds his man complete. That's Stanley. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal, because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Seahawks, their hopes of a winning campaign stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis.
today.
Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors.
And off we go from Soldier Field.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Now Fields going to throw on the first play.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 3rd down, Stanley.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
The Bears hit 5 and 10 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Fields now to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession. Goes over here on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Now the ball comes loose, and the Falcons grab it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
The start of this game has me.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And The question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Williams. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Fields. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Stanley. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's third down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Fields to commit there for a Chicago first.
Back to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Up the middle they go. It's Stanley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
To throw on third down, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered,
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
his first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
On first down, it's Fields.
Flush to his right. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Off play action. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Off the play fake. Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Franklin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off the play fake. Fields. And that's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it'll bring up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Steps away. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of return. On first down, Fields.
Flushed out, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down,
Fields.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
From the gun on third down, Fields.
And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
37 yards on the punt with no...
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back to throw. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Fields.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Fields on first down.
Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though? And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jamal Williams.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him at the end.
All eyes on Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. To try again after the sack.
Fields.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
Now back to throw.
And that's caught by Williams.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also fourth. Here we go with Williams. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. From the 45 on second down.
Fields.
One last shot at the end zone. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot.
They didn't give themselves a chance.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and maybe a surprise for a team that plays its games indoors to come out in the elements and play the way that they did. Were you surprised at all?
I think a little bit, yes, but I often think back to some of the great coaches of the past. They decided to not deal with elements. In other words, a lot of coaches would say, look, you're going to get prepared for a game. You have to practice in that type of condition. Others would say, forget all of that. Get your preparation in during the week, the best prep possible, and then on game day, just adjust to what's out there. They adjusted in a big way.
So for the Falcons,
they get a rare victory. They're fourth to go with their 12 losses.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Pittsburgh,
they get the victory in the season finale, but it will still mean a sub-500 season as they finish at 8-9.
and by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Chicago,
And they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12.
and with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.
On the clock now, the Houston Texans. The New York Jets on the clock now. The Minnesota Vikings now on the clock. It's the Bears now on the clock. The Chicago Bears are now on the clock. The Los Angeles Rams are up. They're on the clock. The Chicago Bears are on the clock now. The Tennessee Titans are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Chicago Bears. Now on the clock, the Texans. It's the Bears now on the clock. With the next selection, the Falcons are on the clock. The Chicago Bears are now on the clock. We have a trade alert. This pick has been traded. The Chicago Bears are on the clock now. The Atlanta Falcons are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Chicago Bears. With the next pick, the Miami Dolphins are on the clock. It's the Bears now on the clock. There has been a trade. The Chicago Bears are now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Atlanta Falcons. The Chicago Bears are on the clock now. Next up, it's the Dolphins on the clock. On the clock now, the Chicago Bears. It's the Atlanta Falcons now on the clock.